Now, KCAU 9 News starts with your forecast first.
Happy Halloween, Siouxland. Thanks for joining us on this Monday as we start things off with a live view outside. This comes to us from the Port Neal Welding Company camera. It's on top of the Ho-Chunk Center. We've had bright sunny skies throughout the day and some warmer than average temperatures up there in the 60s and 70s. Some great trick-or-treating conditions expected. 68 the update from Lamar's. It is now 65 in Sioux City and still some temperatures in the 70s as you move west of I-29 in northeast Nebraska and southeast South Dakota. Here's a glance at our forecast for tonight. Still a temperature of 57 at 7, falling down to a low temperature of the freezing mark as we get to early tomorrow morning. Looks like we're going to be setting some new record high temperatures tomorrow afternoon to kick off November. More on the 9 on 9 forecast that's coming up. KCAU 9 News at 6 starts right now.
We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us on your Halloween. I'm Sophie Erber.
And I'm Tim Seaman. Tonight, there's more details emerging in the double homicide that happened on the west side of Sioux City over the weekend.
But the identities of the two victims who died have now been identified by police. It's our top story at 6. 19-year-old Joseph Cruz has been arrested and is now charged with 2 counts of murder. That's for the deaths of 19-year-old Anthony Williams and 21-year-old Carlos Ray Aguirre. Early on Saturday morning, authorities say officers were sent out to the 1400 block of West 5th Street for reports of a shooting. According to court documents, Cruz and one of the victims were friends. They recently had argued over firearms. Police say the victim would buy firearms for the suspect because Cruz was not old enough.
Police also say that Cruz and the victim ended up fighting over the weapon, with Cruz shooting the victim twice after gaining possession of the gun, as well as shooting another person. Now, one victim was pronounced dead at the scene. The second died at a local hospital.
Over in Lynn County, Iowa, one person was stabbed multiple times this weekend. The county's sheriff's office says they received reports of a stabbing around 8 in the morning on Saturday in the 300 block of East Indiana Avenue. That's in George. When officials arrived and found a 24-year-old victim stabbed, quote, numerous times, they say the victim was taken to a local hospital before being airlifted to a Sioux Falls facility. There's no threat to the public, police say, but the investigation does remain ongoing. And Sioux City PD have provided an update now on the robbery that happened at Gunderson's Jewelers. Police tell KCAU 9 that a vehicle used in that robbery on Saturday was stolen. 2 men entered the jewelry store wearing masks and carrying sledgehammers. The suspects used the hammers to smash a display case and grab the jewelry inside. The 2 then fled the scene in a white pickup, which was later found abandoned at Hobby Lobby. Sergeant Thomas Gill told us that the pickup had been stolen from the Hy-Vee parking lot on Sargent Road at an earlier time. Authorities say those suspects are still at large tonight.
Recently, some folks living in Sioux City and neighboring communities may have noticed their recycling wasn't picked up on time. In some cases, garbage collection was delayed by a full day. We now know it was due to a temporary worker shortage. Tonight, we're told collections are expected back on a normal schedule. The United States Environmental Protection Agency reports more than 292 million tons of trash get thrown away each day. With that much trash, garbage collectors are indeed essential. With trash collected before the crack of dawn and until the sun sets each day. While the job can be rewarding at times, keeping the community clean of garbage sometimes can be challenging.
When we talk about a long day of 12 to 14 hours, that's not just physically demanding, but it can be mentally demanding as well.
Ann Bentz says that the repetitive motions on the job can result in the operator sometimes making mistakes that could cause injuries to coworkers or even a bystander.
One of the glass recycling containers in Sioux City will soon be unavailable to the public. City officials say that container located at the Hy-Vee store on Gordon Drive will soon be under maintenance. The removal of that container is scheduled to be on November 3rd, so Thursday. The city says the recycling container will not be available for about 6 weeks. People can still recycle glass at the other 5 locations in the city, at the Fairway stores on War Eagle Drive and Indian Hills, Hy-Vee stores on Hamilton Boulevard and Sargent Road, and at the Tyson Event Center parking lot.
The pheasant season in South Dakota is off to a good start. Hunters are having a strong beginning to the fall season after bagging more than 1 million pheasants last season. Now, Nick Harrington with the South Dakota Game Fish and Parks says that the string of warm days in recent weeks has more hunters out in the fields, while the rain we saw last spring helped produce more pheasants.
Every hunter we've talked to, they're flushing birds, they're seeing birds. I mean, they're getting their shots quite literally, you could say. I'm not sure if they're hitting their shots. That's the individual hunter. But the opportunities are out there. There's lots of birds. I mean, that's what's been probably the most exciting thing to hear is just folks talking about how many birds they're seeing.
This year's traditional pheasant season goes through January 31st. Meanwhile, an estimated 150,000 people were expected out in Iowa fields over the weekend when the Iowa season opened. Between 300,000 and 400,000 roosters are expected to be taken or available for hunters this fall. The Iowa season runs through January 10th, hours between 8 in the morning and 4:30 every afternoon. Folks outside today should have had a good look at birds as Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson joins me. Great for hunters, also for those hunting treats tonight, Scott.
Absolutely, Tim. We had some really beautiful conditions out there on this Halloween, and it looks like that's going to extend into the trick-or-treating hours now. Reviewing some of the forecast highs from this afternoon, you can see that those were able to lift up into the 60s and 70s. Here in Sioux City, we were able to hit a high of 72. 72 degrees also in Albion, 73 in Takema, 66 today in Storm Lake. And as we look at our trick-or-treating forecast as we continue through this evening, looks like temperatures will stick in the 50s and 60s, so great weather for collecting some candy out there. Later on tonight, though, it will become chilly as it looks like temperatures will drop to between 30 and 40. We have the potential for record highs tomorrow afternoon. I'll talk about how long that warm weather sticks around coming up in the full 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. Well, this year's Sioux City Crop Walk raised more than $26,000. More than 200 people participated in that walk, who not only helped to raise some money for the Community Action Agency of Siouxland, but also brought in more than 400 pounds of food, too. The agency says they will use all of the food and 25% of the funds raised to help fight hunger here in Siouxland. The rest of that money will be used to help fight hunger around the world.
Tonight, folks, get a chance to win some big bucks, really big, as the Powerball jackpot is now at $1 billion. That jackpot drawing soared after no one matched all 6 numbers in Saturday night's drawing. Becomes the 5th largest lottery jackpot in U.S. history. Now, the Powerball ticket, there was a ticket bought here in Sioux City last week that missed winning Saturday's jackpot by just 1 number. That ticket qualifies for a $150,000 prize. We'll have the numbers for tonight's $1 billion Powerball drawing coming up at 10.
And with today being Halloween, of course, kids will be getting plenty of candy when they go out trick-or-treating, but you do need to keep a few things in mind to keep them safe. Sioux City PD recommends families with smaller kids be sure to stay on sidewalks, watch for traffic extra close when crossing the roadways, and for older kids to keep tabs on where they're going and also to give them a set time and place to meet back up with you. Also, checking their candy at the end of the night.
Back when I was a kid, it was always the razor blade and the apple that you were afraid of. And I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody around here, but just be careful with the candy and make sure you go through it.
They also recommend adding some visibility tape or accessories to make it easier to spot kids in the dark road.
Just a short time ago, the trick-or-treating began here in Sioux City. The window for many communities, in fact, now underway as of 6.
That's right, officially, and people of all ages we know are out on the streets right now. That includes our very own Jason Toktagian. Jason, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Tim and Sophie. I'm here at the Whispering Creek community, and although I'm not necessarily dressed for the occasion, I've already seen quite a few people already dressed starting to make their ways into this community, either driving in or starting to walk in, whether it's Spider-Man or some of these witches. But yeah, definitely people are already starting to get out, starting to get these Halloween candies distributed to a lot of people, and we got ourselves a bit of a treat tonight. We're going to be talking to some locals who have been giving away some candy and definitely prepared for it. We got some of those pumpkins and haystacks over here. How's it going, guys? Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Christy Hanna.
Bill Hanna.
All right, so let's ask the first question here. Talk to me about what did you guys do? How much preparation? How much candy did you guys buy to prepare for this year's Halloween?
Oh, we have plenty of candy, so bring on the kids.
You guys heard that? You got candy over here, so make your way over here too.
A handful.
There you go. So here's another question. Recently, locally and even nationally, we've been seeing a lot of trunk or treat events, and those are more, secluded events that are supposed to be safer for kids to get candy. However, traditional trick or treating is still going to be around, still going to be a thing. Talk to me about, what is the allure? What is worth it to do trick or treating traditionally?
Well, the thing is with the kids and all the mask and stuff, and then trying to figure out who's behind the mask. And the other thing is going from house to house as quick as you get and getting one bag of candy, but 2 or 3 would be the best. But running as fast as you can in the traditional, getting all the candy you can get.
There you go. And then that's the allure, getting as much candy, going door to door, maybe neighborhood to neighborhood. Yeah. And again, guys, make sure you guys note this. In here in Sioux City and South Sioux City, the window is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. for trick-or-treaters. And if you are trick-or-treating late, especially with the sun setting just now, it is important to either bring a flashlight or just stay on those sidewalks. And for those who are driving tonight, make sure you drive slow, pay attention, look both ways, because there will be some people that are going to be crossing the street. So for now, I'm going to be getting some sweet treats myself and possibly bringing some back. So I'll be sending it back to you guys at the studio. For now, reporting live in Sioux City, Jason Toktagian, KCAU-9 News, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, they should have asked him for a trick at the very least. He didn't have a costume on after all.
I know. Just treats for our Jason, though. Thanks a lot. We'll